Previously on TV 101.
Robin Zimmer, Vance Jecker.
Miss Zimmer's just transferred to Roosevelt. For a new kid, she's managed to get herself pretty heavily involved in the drug scene around here. To the detriment of at least one of my students.
Miss Zimmer is not the dealer.
What is she then, an undercover cop? What's with kids? He looks like death.
It could be burnout. Teachers hit the wall, too.
Easy does it, Checker. Be cool.
Hey, Vance. Here comes, what's her name?
Robin Zimmer.
Hey, Vance.
Breakfast of jumps.
No, I'm already zoned.
Hey, keep it. We gotta split. Just consider it free sample.
You want some?
No, not right before class. Vance, don't you have a broadcast to do this morning?
Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot.
Where is Vance?
He'll be here, don't worry.
I don't know what the big mystery is. I think everyone knows where Vance is, who he's with, and what he's doing with her.
Penny, I don't think we can wait. You'll do all the announcements today. This is a good example of what occasionally happens in live broadcasts.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning, Roosevelt, and welcome to Monday. This is TV 101 with the morning announcements. Ms. Westlake reports that the library will be closed today and tomorrow for inventory.
Lights, camera, action.
Due date on all borrowed books may be extended for 2 days. Vance?
Thanks, Benny. Principal Steadman is concerned over the growing vandalism of school property, to wit, the molestation of drinking fountains. And I quote, quote, the placement of foreign objects, such as gum, in the water spout so as to cause water to be sprayed on one's clothing will not be tolerated. I think Mr. Steadman's all wet on this, don't you, Penny? Tomorrow, exchange student Hanny Johansson returns suddenly to her native Norway. Lost that green card, huh, Hannah? Contributions to her father's memorial can be given to Mrs. Peavy.
That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in and see you tomorrow.
Poke me with a fork, I'm done. I'm hungry. Haven't we got any ding-dongs or anything? Ho-ho? Hey, cut my hair for a ho-ho.
Checker, sit down and shut up. Sherman, I want you to preview girls' sports for the new season.
Mr. Keegan, how come it's always Chuck and Sherman?
Yeah, shouldn't it be Sherman and Chuck?
Either way, you two are a sports duo, and this is a sports story. Unless, of course, you want me to give to somebody else.
No. I've been waiting to cover girls' sports for a long time.
But Mr. Keegan, girls' sports, isn't that an what's the word I'm looking for?
Moron.
Yeah, that's it.
Thayer, where there are girls' sports, there are girl athletes. Girls in skimpy attire.
Sure, man.
And they're probably dying to be on TV. If you pass up this assignment, you're an oxymoron.
I got dibs on the camera.
Checker, Zimmer, knock it off.
Anything you say, Mr. Keegan.
Any questions on the assignments?
No.
I want to talk to you. Alone.
Wait for me. What's up, Kev?
What the hell were you trying to pull?
Just having some fun.
Oh, yeah. At whose expense? Where do you get off joking about Hannah's father dying?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what got into me.
I know what got into you. I mean, haven't we been here before, Vance? You'll be along in a minute.
I'll see you later, Vance.
How long have you known that girl? A whole week? You really don't know anything about her, do you?
Give me another week.
I hope you get the chance.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just trust me on this one. You're making a big mistake getting involved with her.
Well, thanks, Dad. Can I go now?
Yeah.
Forget second hour. Let's go to my place.
I think we ought to cool it for a while, at least in public. You can't walk with me.
Well, I don't know. Are you sure?
Look, Keegan and the rest of the class blame me for what happened this morning.
So what? They've got nothing to do with you and me.
No, I don't know. Maybe they're right. I mean, you're smoking because of me.
No, I'm smoking again. Relax. I used to do so much I lost a whole semester.
I just don't want to get you into any trouble.
Don't worry. You're not going to get me in any trouble I can't get out of.
Vance, I have to talk to you.
Here I am.
No, not here.
Well, how about after school?
Yeah,
My place.
okay. Just to talk.
I can't hear you. See you at 3.
Rough day?
It's not even half over yet.
Let me buy you a drink. Kinchlow didn't come in this morning.
Does anybody know why?
No, he just didn't show up for class. Steadman can't reach him. Nobody answers the phone. I think this might be it for him.
Anybody go over there and knock on the door? He's probably just sitting there.
Not yet.
I could.
Kevin, there's not much I can do. He won't listen to me, but he just might listen to you.
Okay. If he tells me to go to hell, at least I tried. Hey, kids, it's Kevin Keegan. Anybody home? Kids! Kids, you home?
Who invited you in? Shouldn't you be in school, young man?
That was my question. I thought you were supposed to be back in class today.
You're kidding. Well, then what am I doing in my comfy chair when I could be at Roosevelt? Just relax, Keegan. You're starting to sound like Steadman.
Why didn't you just call in sick?
Because that's no way to come off a suspension. Oh, what are you going to do, drag me back to school?
Is that what you want?
Ah, Mr. Keegan, if I knew what I wanted, would I be here in my little bathrobe in my comfy chair? Want to hear something nice? Dayton James, remember him?
Sure. He was a senior my sophomore year.
You know, I used to tell probably maybe 100 people that he was the best pure musician that I ever taught. Better than any of those studio cats I used to work with at sessions up in L.A.
He had the hits.
Yeah, and the breaks. He still keeps in touch. He sends me tickets whenever he plays up in L.A. It's nice.
It'd be great to do something like that for a kid. I'll be satisfied if I can just help one of mine stay out of jail.
Well, you may be better off, Keegan. You know, the problem if you have a superstar for a student is it only happens once. And it's taken me 10 years to realize it's never going to happen again.
What do you want me to tell Steadman?
I don't know, just tell him I'm closed for remodeling.
Why don't you tell him that? See ya.
Yeah. See ya.
Here, of course, is the palatial living room. Actual Sears couch there. Don't see those much anymore.
Sure don't.
Do you want something to drink?
Yeah, something diet. Vance, you didn't tell me your father was a cop.
It's okay, they're people too.
I wasn't criticizing.
You get a lot of static about it. Don't worry. It's not like he's got me under surveillance or anything.
Vance, I understand. My father was a cop too.
It's something else we have in common. Is that how he died? Police work?
Yeah. There was a robbery at a liquor store and he got the call. And he was chasing the guy on foot. Could have shot him and he gave him a warning instead. And then he got killed.
Sorry. Come here. I want to show you something.
Is that your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other little boy?
It's Big Brother. Last I heard, he was in Nevada. How did she die? She started getting sick. I'd come home from school, and instead of the woman who used to be there looking out for me after school, she'd be here lying on the couch in this pink robe she had. This went on for about a year. And one morning, Dad had already gone to work. She came in here, and she sat down right there on the bed. And she told me she was very sick. She had a lump in her breast and was going to the hospital for some tests. And when I got home from school that night, nobody was here to let me in.
She never came back.
Oh, no, she came back about a week later. But after that, you know, she was in and out of the hospital. Dad, my brother, and I would go to visit her. And there she'd be, in her pink robe. One day she went in, didn't come out. I know it went on for 6 months. But when I think back, it just seems like one long night.
Go. Really?
Home?
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't mind being lured to your place sometime. I'd even take the bus home.
Vance.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I do. But I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, boys and girls, Operation Big Broom commences in 2 days. Gannon, Harding High. Got a crack dealer named Peters ready to drop. Good, keep on it. Mallory, you're set up to make a buy at Amphi for 4 pounds of hash? Is that a misprint? Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go, Macaulay. Gee, you're gonna whack a couple of kids selling loose joints under the bleachers. I can't wait to see those headlines. Okay, everybody, that's it for today. And remember, people, make your buys and make them stick. Macaulay, you're late.
Sorry. If I would have left the situation I was in, I would have been jeopardizing my cover.
Well, I hope you're onto something a lot better than this.
I am.
Sit down. All right, look. I'm not gonna blow smoke at you, but you're way behind the others in terms of quality and quantity of buys. Is this assignment too tough for you?
No, sir, it's not. I think it's Roosevelt. There's just not enough action going on there.
Oh, come on, Macaulay. You know better than that. So far, we've got Jeff McKenzie, Ethan Tyler, and Michael Greenberg. All students of Roosevelt High and all making a nice little living selling narcotics.
They're my targets.
Vance Checker. Come on, talk to me.
I'm hoping that he'll connect me with Tyler, McKenzie, or Greenberg. But he's really just a kid. He smokes a little.
He smokes a little.
He knows what's going on in the school. He's been involved with things in the past.
Macaulay, don't protect these kids. They're felons. All right, 72 hours. If this Checker kid's in the way, you make sure he gets swept.
Yes, sir.
I think we're about done here.
I think we need a little more video of Jamie Myers.
We've got a mini-series already.
I'm gonna interview her. Come on.
Chuck Bender doing an interview? This I've got to see.
Jamie, oh. Hi. Mind if we do a quick interview?
Sure. I have a few minutes.
Great. You ready?
Take it away, Bender.
This is Chuck Bender with senior Jamie Myers, who, in this reporter's opinion, happens to be the best-looking member of the Kangaroo Girls gymnastics team. So, Jamie, how long have you been at this gymnastics stuff?
I started when I was 6.
Right. You must have to practice a lot to get so good. I know I do.
Yeah, I suppose I do. But I really enjoy it, and gymnastics has helped me with my volleyball and track.
Hey, triple threat. Your boyfriend must get mad. I mean, you must not have much time for a social life.
Well, I can always find time for the right guy.
This is Chuck Bender for TV 101.
Robin! Hi. Where were you this morning? Journalism missed you.
I overslept.
Wish I'd been there.
It was all your fault. Did anything important happen?
Well, I made a heartfelt apology to Hanny Johansson and all her friends. I'm surprised the halls aren't full of people in tears.
I saw a few people that were still overcome with the emotion.
Or lunch. You know, you keep laughing at every funny thing I say. You're never going to get rid of me.
I need to ask you something, Vance.
Anything.
Wait until I ask you. I need to get a hold of something with a little more buzz. Some coke or uppers.
That's funny. For a minute there, I thought you were going to say something like, Vance, what happened yesterday can never happen again. I was all set to talk you out of it. But you want drugs?
I'm sorry.
What do you want it for?
I told you before, it's not for me, it's for my brother. If I get him some coke, he'll get off my back. I figured a quarter of an ounce would do it.
Well, I know who to talk to. They don't usually deal with this stuff, but if they don't, they'll know who will.
Vance, I'm a big girl. I don't need you to get it for me.
You're not going to get it without me.
I don't want you to be involved.
You don't have any choice. Look, these guys aren't just going to give it to anybody that they don't know.
Okay. You're straight this morning, aren't you? I like you better this way.
Problem. I can hear notes in my head. I can even sing them. But sometimes I just don't know how to make it happen.
Okay. It's a portrait of an artist as a troubled young man. His reach exceeds his grasp.
We'll be right back.
Story?
Just not the story I want to tell.
Mind if I come in?
Sure, come on in.
Well, I got a jet. The syndicate's gigging at the factory tonight, and hey, maybe Harper will be in a better mood.
Hey, kid, you look sharp. What's the occasion?
I'm out of here. Pulling up the ladder.
Can't you get some leave? Vacation or something? A little R&R might change your mind.
Come on, it's no big deal. I just stayed at the party too long, that's all. But I did want to thank you for checking up on me the other day. That was nice. Well, I'm running late. I'll see you.
Yeah. Yeah, see you around. Hey, Kitch!
Did I forget something?
Wanna go out tonight? A little farewell blowout?
Best offer I've heard today.
Who rolled this?
I rolled that.
Smoking like a whole movie here. Hey, Chuckster, how are you?
You guys know where I can get some blow?
I can scare up a line or two.
I need more than that. Anybody know if Ethan Tyler's still around?
Well, he's physically present.
That's very helpful.
He's still at the same place, but he spends most of his time snorting up his own stock.
You think I could convince him to give me an 8-ball?
Oh, yeah.
What is this, Checker? You going into business for yourself?
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Don't have that problem with school newspapers. Try to remember that next time.
Too bad about Kinswell.
Yes, it is.
Think there's any chance they'll reconsider?
I really don't know. He's had several chances. Eventually, he'll run out of time.
What are we going to do about Robin Zimmer?
Careful, Keegan.
Man, a little paranoid here, aren't we? I mean, she's a student here. We could be having a perfectly legitimate conversation about her.
Yes, we could, but we're not.
No, we're not. Look, I've been watching her. She's entrapping Vance, and it's going to blow up in her face, which would be her business, except I'm afraid she's going to take an innocent kid with her.
You're not going to convince me that Vance Checker is completely innocent.
Ed, he cleaned up his act until this girl came along. Now he thinks they're in love.
Do you have any proof of that?
You mean court of law proof?
Yes.
No, but I think it's
Well,
pretty
then there's
obvious.
nothing I can do. This program includes half a dozen schools and God knows how many police officers. You and I can't jeopardize it.
I don't want to jeopardize their program. I just want to save this kid.
Well, I'm sorry, Keegan, but I'm afraid that Vance Checker's just going to have to save himself.
Hi.
Hi. I was just in the neighborhood.
Come on in. What's up?
Well, I was sitting at home and I was thinking about the broadcast and, well, who are the anchors?
Penny, you didn't come here to talk to me about TV 101.
You're right. Vance, we're worried about you, and it's not just me, but it's Mr. Keegan and everybody else.
Oh, Keegan put you up to this? Look, you can tell Keegan and everybody else. I've never felt better.
Vance, give me a break, okay? Forget I said anything. Forget about Keegan. Look at what you're doing to yourself. You know what people say about Robin, don't you?
Somehow I knew Robin's name was gonna come up. What'd she do? She smoke a joint?
It's not whether she smokes or not. This is whether she is some big-time dealer.
I get it. That conversation we had the other day, I asked your advice about dating. You're jealous.
That's typical. That is so typical. I sat in my car for half an hour to get up the nerve to come in here and try to help you, and you tell me I'm jealous.
Maybe somehow we could be friends if you'd only open up your heart to me.
Oh, this is lovely. You come here often?
All the time.
There's your Holden Hines over there. What's he gonna give this band? A 5.5? Top? So you come here all the time, huh, Keegan? Lead an exciting life, my friend. Tell me. What's on your mind?
What?
Come on, I was your teacher once, remember? You got some Keegan-esque plan all cooked up. You can't wait to put it in action, so why don't you tell me about it so I can help you? A lot easier.
All right. I need some advice. By the end of the week, I have to apply for a permanent credential. Otherwise, come May, I'll have to start looking for a new line of work. I mean, why did you choose teaching?
I realized the only shot I really had at making a living was teaching music, not playing it.
And the rest is education history, huh?
Yeah, but you know what? I really loved it. You see, I had this theory about the students, that each one was different. Some were gung-ho, some, could even care less. And they were all had these different traits, and they were like tones, like notes on a scale. And it was my job to arrange it. And sometimes it was noise, but sometimes it was music.
Sometimes it was dating James.
Once.
Thank you. We're going to take a short break.
You paying attention to that kid up there? He's got a great voice. Real presence, too. I hear he writes the stuff he sings. All he needs is someone to teach him a few licks and...
And who might you suggest that person to be? Mr. Keegan, you're amazing. You watch too much television. That's what this is all about, isn't it? This isn't about your credential. This is, let's find Mr. Kinchlow a new Dayton James so he can rededicate himself to teaching, isn't it? Nice try.
Yeah, Mrs. Keegan, Mr. Kinchlow, thought you might want to meet Eddie Harper.
Save it, Holden. He knows.
Well, I hope everybody likes what they hear.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll catch you dudes later.
It's worth a try.
Oh, it was a nice try, too. You went above and beyond the call of duty, and you're absolutely right. Somebody really ought to help that kid. It just isn't going to be me.
Next stop, Jamaica.
Jamaica.
FDR 47, Harding 95. So to the Kangaroo Cagers, better luck next week. And now for a look at the lady gymnasts. The Charles Atlas of TV 101, our own aspiring Gorgon of the Gridiron, that monster of the mat, Chuck Bender.
Hi, I'm Chuck Bender. Tonight, the FDR's girls gymnastics team will be in action against Eisenhower. Let's go to the tape. Senior Jamie Myers, who is clearly the best-looking gal on a talented team of nimble athletes, will be putting her skills to good use this season. No matter who wins, Jamie, you're a 10 in my book. Let's wish the ladies luck and hope those pukes at Eisenhower break their necks. This is Chuck Bender reporting.
Thank you for that in-depth and completely unbiased look at girls' athletics. That's TV 101 for today.
We're clear.
That report wasn't about the girls' team. It was about everything you wanted to know about Jamie Myers.
Hey, I know talent when I see it.
Okay, guys, zip it. Listen up, everybody. We're going to talk about a serious subject today. We're going to look at journalism and law enforcement, specifically sting operations. This is a tape of Abscam, a horrendously botched undercover operation by the FBI.
Robin, wait. What's the rush?
I can't talk right now. There's something I have to do.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Keegan. Come in and shut the door behind you. I'd like you to meet Police Lieutenant Willis, Narcotics Division.
Mr. Keegan, I'll get right to the point. I know you've spotted my officer, but you understand you can be charged with obstruction of justice if you continue to interfere.
I haven't been interfering. All I see is your officer acting like an amateur. I think she's trying to entrap one of my students.
Lieutenant, Mr. Keegan has reason to suspect that there's been some emotional involvement.
She seems to have seduced him.
Wait a minute. Let's go through this. Did you see physical contact between my officer and a student?
Yes.
Describe it.
Well, they were making out in my classroom, and he was playing footsie with her and nibbling on her ear.
Did the officer resist?
Yes, but...
Did you witness physical contact outside the classroom?
No.
Then you really never saw them alone.
No. What is this, some sort of cross-examination?
No, Mr. Keegan, I'm just trying to establish the facts. Every time we arrest someone, they claim entrapment. And you know something? Some of them are right. Undercover work is all gray areas. But that's my problem, not yours.
I have a responsibility to my student.
I have a responsibility to this community. Right here in this building. People are making money selling narcotics to children. It may never stop, but I'm going to slow it down. Now, if you're not helping me, you're hurting me. There is no middle ground.
No one wants to interfere with your work, Lieutenant.
I need 48 hours. With no more surprises.
I think we can give you that.
Look, I talked to my officer about the personal contact, and she assured me it was all by the book.
Whose book, Lieutenant?
Gentlemen.
Sometimes when this place gets kinda empty, I think about the loveless fascination under the Milky Way tonight.
Checkers Log, the next generation. Last time I did this, I was feeling pretty good. In fact, I can't remember the last time I felt this good. Maybe before Jerry died. Maybe even before Mom died. But now I'm not so sure. I guess it's all because of Robin. Robin Zimmer. I mean, it's like she was designed for me. She's smart. She's beautiful. She likes my jokes. She's somebody completely new. I mean, when I'm with her, I don't have to be the same old Vance checker. I can be somebody new, too. And she understands what it's like to have a father who's a cop. Yet you seem troubled, Mr. Checker. What is the problem?
Wish I knew what you were looking for.
The problem, Doctor, is that if I don't buy drugs for her, I think I'm gonna lose her. And if I do buy drugs for her, she might lose me. And I'm tired of losing people. And what the hell was that between her and Keegan this morning? You know, you're gonna think this is funny. Everybody keeps trying to tell me that Robin is some major drug dealer, but she keeps coming to me for stuff. Sorry, Mr. Keegan. You would have liked this one, too.
Vance, what are you doing here?
I came to apologize. I've been acting like a jerk.
It's okay.
And I need some help. I need to talk to someone who's objective. You're the most objective person I know.
Do you want to come in?
God, you're hard to find sometimes.
Been deliberately avoiding you.
I'm sorry about yesterday, Vance. If it makes any difference, it had nothing to do with you.
Well, that makes me feel great.
You know what I mean.
Do I, Robin?
Vance, what's wrong? This is coke buy, isn't it? I told you I didn't want you to be in the middle of that.
Well, where am I supposed to be? Look, if you want this stuff, I'm gonna get involved. That's all there is to it. I guess I just don't understand what you want it for.
Well, I don't have to justify myself to you. You're the one who said you lost a whole semester once.
Well, I'm smarter now.
Well, give me a chance. Maybe I'll get smarter, too.
After we make your deal.
After we make my brother's deal.
All right. After school, you drive to the recreation center at Talbot and 5th. Your connection knows what car to look for. He'll meet you there at 3:30.
How much should I bring?
For an eighth of an ounce, at least 200.
Okay, that's no problem. Well?
Let's get to class.
Edward? Hey, kid. What's with him? I thought he'd be jumping up and down now that you're back.
What makes you think I'm back? Come here. Check this out. In a couple of weeks, you send Holden Hines up here, and he's going to have to give us a 9.5.
You got Eddie Harper.
Yeah. After you dropped me off, I went back and did a little sales job.
Great.
You know, I thought that I was burnt out because I didn't have any good students, and that all I needed was another Dayton James, you know, and it would help me turn things around. Well, it's not that simple. I realized the minute I signed Harper up that I'd be getting more from him than he would get from me, and that's wrong. It isn't a permanent credential that makes you a teacher. You do it because you want to. I mean, you're here, Keegan, because you want to be, and that's great. But I don't. So, today is my last day. Tomorrow, there will be a new music teacher, and I will be on my way to Jamaica, man.
Yeah, well, things won't be the same around here without you.
appreciate that. Okay, Mr. Harper. Shall we take it again from the top? And it might interest you to know that what you're doing, Jimi Hendrix did 20 years ago, only he did it with his teeth. Now, that was him, and that was then. So let's find out who you are. Okay? From the top. Here we go.
If you hear me, let me know.
Hit the horn.
Honey, I'm home.
What are you doing here?
I just wanted to see what was going on.
Great, now you've seen. Please go.
What's the rush? It's not 3:30 yet.
I don't want you to have anything to do with this.
Why not? Good enough for everything else.
Can we talk about this later?
No. I think we should talk about it right now. You have a lot of explaining to do.
Vance isn't a cop.
I know.
All right, freeze! Hands on the dashboard. Move it! Did you get the coat, McCauley?
Lieutenant, there never was any coke.
There wasn't any deal. It was a test. And somebody flunked!
All right, get on with me. Come back to the van, McCauley. I can take you in on this. What the hell are you?
Smile, you're on TV 101.
All right, you out of here. You out of here! You out of here! You too! Oh, that camera is mine!
And, of course, you had nothing to do with this.
No, it was all Vance and Penny. They may have been inspired by Abscam,
Let's not dwell on that. So tell me, what happened?
Well, as I understand it, Willis could have arrested Vance, but Robin's procedural errors would have had the case thrown out anyway. I guess the sweeps at the other schools were going so well that they just wanted this thing to go away quickly and quietly.
This is not for broadcast.
No.
Checker's a lucky lad. The girl was wrong, but then so was he. Have you made a decision about your credentials?
Ed, you gotta be kidding. This Checker thing is a nightmare. I even tried to talk Kinchlow out of quitting, and that failed miserably.
Well, the Checker thing, as you call it, would never have been resolved but for your initiative. As for Kinchlow, it's difficult enough to teach if you like it. If you don't like it, it's impossible. You seem to like it.
Aren't I past the deadline?
Yes, you are. And I always go by the book. Except this once. God knows why, but those kids seem to need you.
I think I need them too.
Of course, you know I'm more demanding on permanent employees.
I'm a living hell on permanent bosses.
Hi.
Hi. Didn't expect to see you again.
I missed you. Listen to me, Vance. I'm sorry. I had to use you. It was my job. And then when I got to know you, it was just really hard for me to pull away. I screwed everything up. I guess I'm just not cut out for undercover work.
Gee, I guess you made a bad career move, huh? I thought I loved you.
Vance, I need you to believe me. When we were together, everything that you felt, I felt it too. Please don't hate me.
I don't.
I wish we had a chance to be who we really are. It could be great.
Yeah. It could have been.
What's the long face? What's all the crying for? Did you expect it when you opened your door to the man with the long coat and the long list of victims? Everybody watching knows he's the one keeping the score. Where she sits, everyone stands in judgment. People watching as the curtain falls down. See the lights do a long slow fade.
Next on TV 101. Oh my God. No, my father's gonna kill me.
Jocks don't hang out with stoners. Rednecks don't hang out with geeks. That's just the way it is.
Sorry about that.
Definitely a story here.
Hi, you remember Stacey Lawson?
Spring Queen returns.
Certainly, class of 77, right?
To dirt, clods, and dances.
Mr. Keegan, something ain't right. Someone's dancing with your date.
What?
His life in ruins, his niece a traitor to her own family, and a cop's conscience could blow the entire operation when Jerry Lewis guest stars on Wise Guy. But first, a brutal slum lord could be headed for a major fall on The Equalizer, next.